How's it going? Just wanted to try and squeeze in a quick little video. Stopped here at the Wawa parking lot on my way to work. But just wanted to talk about some thoughts about, the process of designing and building a house over in the Philippines. Like everybody else that's thinking about it, we had watched a lot of videos from different people. And, some of the more, popular channels like the Armstrong family and, the guy, It's Me. Some of the early videos he had about his home build and the solar power and stuff back before he got into focusing on, getting people boob jobs and stuff. I used to watch his channel a lot. And, several of the other ones, just, occasionally different people who were building homes over there. And, on the other hand, though, we also watched a lot of stuff. Some of you have probably seen like the Presello. Sorry, I'm trying to find a way to hold this without it shaking, and now I'm just shaking it more. Like Presello, where they tour, of course, some really, really nice homes and very nice areas that totally different kind of vibe from what you generally are going to see if you're looking at, some retired expat building a home in the Philippines, especially in terms of price, because obviously to do some of those things, most people who, especially if they're planning to, live over there on a limited budget, they have a certain limited amount of savings that they want to build and allocate, toward the building of a house. It's not the same as, some of those homes where, like on Presello, where those are like $1 million homes a lot of times. And, maybe, typical house that you might see being built over there on a lot of these expat channels, I don't know, you may be looking between $50,000 and $100,000. You see some people who do things cheaper than that, which are super, super small and basic, and you'll see people doing things more than that. Actually, what we're doing with our house, we're probably, I'm sure, especially if you count like the walls and stuff we still need to get done, and, the one retaining wall we had built before we even started, for sure we're over 100,000. By the time it's all over, who knows exactly where it's, going to be. I haven't kept track of every single cent, to sit down and do a budgeting video like that. But certainly I think we got our money's worth. And, 6 months ago, I was still sitting at a table in Barnes & Noble with my graph paper, trying to finalize a really nice, clean design that we could, email over there to the contractor and the engineer to take a look at. And I think I'll roll up my window since we got like trucks backing in and stuff around here. Teslas backing into their charging stations. I like Teslas, but it seems kind of like, I don't know, hanging out at the local convenience store to charge your car doesn't seem like that high class to me. And that's all you see around here now is Tesla charging stations. But, there, you can look at some of these YouTube expat channels, and you see the same typical kind of things in most of the designs. A lot of, like the stairs, for instance, you're usually looking at some kind of like concrete stairs, which is nothing wrong with. Some of them look pretty nice. And it's just probably the most cost-effective way to do something really strong. And that's what people are used to constructing over there. And we wanted to do something kind of different because, we were looking at things, like on, really high-end homes and, interior design magazines. And I don't know, back when I was young, the two things I really wanted to be more than anything were like a pilot or an architect, So I've always been into, architecture and architecture, Architectural Digest and stuff like that. And so when we were building a house and we thought, okay, this is a house where we're going to plan to, spend our retirement days someday, and going to be basically the hub of our family activity probably for decades. My wife's mom and our two nieces are living there right now. They were able to move in there. Like I say, 6 months ago, it was just some drawings on paper. And now, just this past weekend, they had their first nice big party in there. It was the 22nd anniversary of my wife's father's death. He died when she was only 8 years old. And they probably had 70 to 100 people in there. I've got some pictures and video of some things that I'm planning to put up another part for the, about the home construction series that I was doing. And, but I was looking at some of those pictures, and it just, I'm really happy with the way things worked out. I look, especially like I was talking about the stairs, and I look at the stairwell, some of the pictures that I've seen and the way everything came out. Even though the stairs, like I say, we actually don't have the final wood on there yet. It's just like, some planks they've got in there so people can walk up and down. Still, man, it's like I was really happy looking at it. It looks really nice. The way it all came out, I can't complain at all. And very fast construction process. But I was watching another video this morning. I think it was Too Much Time on My Hands 65. And he was showing, I guess, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in Dumaguete or near Dumaguete or Valencia. And it was very, very basic kind of thing. Yeah, I'm sure it was very cost effective and easy to build. And for the Philippines, it's very nice construction. It was nice. Look, it was a nice place. But we were trying to do something maybe a little more dramatic and a little bit different. And the whole process evolved. Like I say, when we first started out, we were looking at maybe we had like 6 by 9 meters of space we could build something in. And then it ended up being like 10 by 9, which totally changed things and ended up making it, a lot bigger. We had more space to do what we wanted to, like with the nice dramatic staircase and everything. But I guess the point of the video is just don't be afraid to do something different. Don't just take your inspiration from other, expat YouTube channels and, well, this is what everybody's doing, so I'll do it like that. Like with the Armstrong family, they had, like the concrete floors, polished concrete, and we thought about maybe doing something like that, and we ended up, going with tile instead. Like the stairs, like I say, everybody you see over there, even like a lot of really, really nice houses, it's all the same steps. Everybody's got the same concrete steps, and we wanted to do something different, something that would help make it look a little more modern and open. And I'm really, I keep coming back to the staircase and everything because I'm really, really happy with it. It came out, if anything, it exceeded my expectations about how well I thought it would all work. And with just the way we did things, I think perhaps we weren't quite scared enough about doing certain things, and it worked out really well because we just did it. We said, this is what we want, and it came out great, and it actually all worked out, and we got it finished, and we still have things to do as far as, finalizing things and painting and different kinds of things like that, and finishing up some of the bathroom stuff. But the house is basically done. People are living in it. We've got water and electricity and everything. We're getting more lights. The one other video I'm going to put up, have some video, they're getting some of the other pin lights and stuff up and things like that. And but it worked out really well. Don't just take your inspiration from other expat channels. Don't be afraid to look around and find what you really like. It's like with the bathrooms. Honestly, I hate to say some of this stuff because, especially for people who live over there, sometimes it comes off maybe a little arrogant, with think, well, what's wrong with our bathrooms, But I wanted it to be with, especially like with the master bath for sure, where not like a typical province home or something, but like you went to Manila and checked into a nice hotel, That's what I was looking for. Something where you've got a really nice shower and closed shower, and everything is nice and clean and stylish. And like I pointed out in the one video, we sent over some hardware, like some gold stuff, like brushed bronze color kind of stuff for the one bathroom. And it kind of spoils the clean lines when you have the water heater on the wall there next to it. But, we don't have like the central water, hot water tank like you would over here generally. And so there's little things like that you might have to work around sometimes. But I wanted it to be more of an upscale kind of thing, not just a typical province home. That's like the one video I was watching this morning, like I started talking about the bathrooms were like super, super basic, which I've lived in places like that over there, apartments that I have rented before and things, and where you're taking, your morning shower out of a bucket. And if you want some warm water, you have to heat it up in your coffee water heater, then pour it in the bucket. And one thing that's always annoyed me, I guess, the very first time I ever went to the Philippines with someone when I was over there, and her son, we were at a place and went in the bathroom and just water all over the whole bathroom. And I'm like, what the heck, but that's, like the open bathrooms where you don't have any kind of a divider between the shower and the rest of the bathroom and stuff. I wanted to get away from that. And something where it's just like, when people go in there, it's just more of like an upscale kind of a Western kind of thing. And I'm happy that we went ahead and did that. Like I say, all that stuff's not totally finished yet, but you don't have to get your design ideas just from other expat YouTube channels. Don't be afraid to look at some of the stuff that's more upscale and see if there's some way you can incorporate those into your design without it breaking the bank. I think we, for our money, we got a great outcome. And if you have a good engineer and a good contractor and really good employees, we have really good high quality construction, seriously heavy duty, reinforcement, all the rebar and stuff. It's basically like, in terms of its construction, it's like an industrial building, and it should be really good shape for a long time. And the steel decking for the roof, and the the floors, we got like I say, like 16 millimeter rebar and a lot of that stuff. I look at some of the other homes I see on some of these YouTube channels, and obviously in the Philippines, the way they do things, it's not going to look like the finished concrete block work like you see here in America with the real smooth, even, fill between all the blocks and so forth. But I look at the people who are working on our house in comparison to some of these other videos I see where it just looks like huge open gaps between the blocks and everything. And we got really, really lucky. So a lot of it's going to depend on where you live, the kind of contractors that you have access to and so forth, what kind of experience they have with doing different things. Like I say, with our stairs, the people who put in our stairs, they were getting ready to head off to some nearby city and do the stairs for like their municipal building and stuff the next week. So it's people who knew what they were doing, and they were used to working on big projects, and having that kind of experience and a really good contractor that knows what they're doing is just invaluable. I've seen some people looking at their experiences, and they get just local people that say, oh yeah, I can do that. I can put in your sliding door for you, and then there's gaps all over the place. And I'm just so happy with the way our house worked out and the whole experience. We started out with some drawings. We sent the stuff over there, and before they'd even finalized things with like the local engineer architect to file the plans, I mean, the thing was going up, and they made such huge progress. People just still can't believe how fast it went up. And we had a ton of people working on it, 16, 17 people, maybe a couple more sometimes, depending on what phase it was. It's not like some of these guys where you see where they just, have like 5, 6 people, and then they get the main block laid and everything, and they're only paying people, 2, 3 people a week to work on it. So it went up really, really fast. And just the whole experience was really good for us. I know some people have problems with different things, and you have to be careful about what you get into. But from my perspective, if you're thinking about doing it, obviously I'm going to say, yeah, go ahead and do it. But don't be afraid to come up with something different. I mean, the house we designed, we weren't doing it to try and like stand out or something in the area where we were. But the way things worked out, it's totally different from what anything else around there. And so in some ways it attracts some unwanted attention. You got a lot of chismis and jealousy from some people and things like that, which is certainly not anything we were looking to achieve. But we just saw the chance to build what we wanted to do, and we sent the design, and next thing you know, there it is. So don't be afraid to think outside the box, so to speak. You can do things that are a little bit different from what everybody else around you is doing. And if you find the right contractor, you can make it work. And just, go for it. Like they say, don't spend more than you can afford to do necessarily, but if you've got the money to do a certain thing and it's what you want to do and that's what's going to make you happy, just try and come up with exactly what you want. Don't just settle for something because somebody says, oh, we should do it this way, or that's the way they're used to doing it. If you're really particular about a certain thing, stand up for it and make sure it gets done that way. And you're going to be a lot happier with the final result. And I guess that's probably it for my thoughts on that for right now. Got to head off to work. But I hope you all have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are. Thanks.